Hey guys, I'm Lone Wolf, and today I am here to talk about a um, server that is actually really unique, that has very different things about it. And I have two people here to help me tell you guys about it. This is one of the admins, and this is the owner. Say hi, guys.
Hello?
Hi.
And I will be letting them talk about what the server's about, what mods it has, and such. Okay, you do it. Have fun. Okay.
We're a survival PvP griefing, but as our name would suggest, scenario gaming. We do have a scenario. We have all of the players on the server split into one of three teams: government, rebels, and Eagle Corporation. Each faction has their own win condition. Eagle Corp wins in the second round by destroying the government and the rebel bases, but that's in round two. The rebels have to destroy all of the government bases without having theirs found. The rebels have two bases, one in the normal world and one in an alternate dimension. Once the alternate dimension base is destroyed, the government wins. Now, this game is being played in two rounds. The first round, Eagle Corp will not take place in a majority of the fighting. They will try to remain neutral and sell their weapons to both sides. In the second round, whoever wins, the government or the rebels, the government will remain stronger. They will get 3 hours of creative mode to rebuild their base, while the rebels have to restart from scratch. If the rebels win, they become the new government and they take over the remaining government bases and they get 3 hours of creative mode to rebuild it. At the end of the two rounds, if Eagle Corp has won one round, they will face off and become the new government in a tie-breaking round three. If the rebels win, they'll get 6 hours of creative to prepare for a next scenario, which might be hosted on a different mod pack. Due to the experimental nature of the server, we're always tweaking things. But a tentative mod list can be found on our website. We have industrial craft, buildcraft, forestry, EE3, extra biomes, and portal gun. That's just one of our many 58 mods.
68.
We are a whitelisted server, so you will need to apply on our website. But we're pretty liberal about who we let on the server. You just have to be a mature player over the age of 14. And if you mention this video in your application, we'll give you 5 diamonds as soon as you get on the server. Although we are PvP griefing, it is team-based. You can't kill players that are on your team. That will result in you becoming an outcast. You'll be kicked off all the teams, and any players on any of those teams are encouraged to kill you for a reward of 20 diamonds. We're looking for team players and clever base builders, hiders, and engineers, especially with industrial craft and ICBM installed.
And do you mind me asking you a few questions, or
Maybe.
Go ahead.
what would happen if there would be a like, let's say the rebels and the government both do their objective, like, and at the same exact time and finish it, which I doubt would happen, but what would happen if it did?
We would go off base destruction. Whichever base is more thoroughly destroyed, the last government base destroyed, and the alternate dimension rebel base, whichever one has the most percent of it leveled, loses.
Okay, and what would happen? Like, well, would the rebel and government like both teams would like players of the group be able to like make their own bases scattered across the world? Or would they just have to stay in those 5 bases the government owns, or more?
The government, they are required to stay in one of the bases. Rebels are allowed to spread out into smaller bases, as long as they have one main overworld base and the alternate dimension base.
Okay, and um, what force is like right now one of the most powerful, and like, and by when I mean that, like, what group starts off with more equipment?
The government starts off with their 5 bases. 3 are constructed already, and 2 remain need to be built. And they start off with a lot of technology: unlimited IC2 energy, unlimited universal electric energy, and tier 1 and 2 missiles and tier 3 launchers, meaning that they can place a missile anywhere within 5 kilometers of their base within a block or two.
Oh, okay. And um, wait, let me just think of it again. I just lost it. Um, lost the train of thought.
Good fail.
Oh, shut up. And what would happen if um one team destroy like what would happen if the um ego, like, what was it again? The ego what?
Eagle.
Eagle Company.
What would happen if the ego company destroyed like, do they have to destroy both of their bases, or if they destroy one, will that like force, like, with that, like the rebel, let's say they destroy rebel's base, would they be out of the war, or would they just or would they be in it still?
They'd be in it as long as they could pick up a musket and fire at the other guy.
Oh, okay. um Gamer, you have anything to say before this ends it off?
Well, the server's usually up between 4 and 11 Eastern time, and sometimes the server might go down due to it being a private server, and running so many mods will give errors sometimes.
Okay. And um yeah, that's really it. Xavier, you want to say anything else?
We do have a server shop, so for those on the Rebels or Outcast, they can pay with their PayPal accounts, and we can give them little bonuses. There's offensive and minor
Set so far.
packages that you can pay just $5, and you get full obsidian implements or diamond implements, depending on your spending level. Also, in the future, we might have a Better Than Wolves server, either for the next scenario, or we'll be running a parallel server for those that are interested.
And right now we're having a donation campaign. For every 50 cents you donate, you get 1 obsidian ingot.
And well, speaking of the world, like worlds, would you be thinking, let's say the server gets big, and would you think about making a creative and or survival world that people just mess around and not have to worry about war?
Yeah, I mentioned that with the Better Than Wolves server. It would be kind of survival, but it wouldn't be so much based on griefing as much as PvP and just making sure your castle stays intact.
And also, is griefing allowed in the scenario, and is griefing allowed outside the scenario?
Well,
There's
well, inside the scenario, it's kind of encouraged since your objective is to destroy the other base.
Yeah, but
But
what?
there are ceasefires. Each team
Yeah.
has 2 10-minute ceasefires, which are great when you accidentally take your power grid offline and you need to fix it. And you don't want a hail of incendiary missiles coming to melt your eyeballs.
And
Or red matter.
and about the ceasefires, can they do that as many times as they want, or is there like a limit for them?
There's generally 2 per scenario, lasting 10 minutes each. But if the governments and rebels can agree to give each other 1 more ceasefire, as long as it's equal on both sides or there's some sort of trade, like resources, the moderators really don't have a problem with there being more than 2.
Okay. Yeah, I'm done with questions. If you have anything else to say, just say it now.
Hi, Mom.
Okay. Xavier.
We usually put a lot of our news on the website, so
Yeah.
check out the website every day or 2. We usually have some news bulletin or major change every 3 days.
And
or
if
2 hours.
and if you guys are wondering where you guys are gonna get this website, I will put it in the description below, and I also put how to get on the server. Also, if you don't want to look in the website. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you on the server.